So we'll call the meeting to order. Um, The attendees are Paul Gazai, Charlene Pilon, and Eric Levy. I'm Frank Saluski, and we can get right into new business. March meeting minutes, there were no March meetings created, even though our clerk said that he was going to do them, they didn't get made. Painting the mile markers. I guess we're gonna meet with Chatham next month
Yep.
and discuss painting
Stencil.
mile markers in Harwich the same as they are in Chatham.
Last that I talked to Link about it, that, we said, we get the same stencil, so it kind of looks like it's uniform, and he'll paint it. It's easy enough, so we'll talk to
Is
Chatham.
it every 10?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
I seem to recall that. I think Alan was really into the 10th of a mile.
Into the 10th of a mile.
Well, I don't
Probably
know,
for discussion next week.
but maybe every half mile, I'm sure.
Well, at least a quarter,
Yeah,
or an eighth or something, but a 10th of a mile.
Yeah.
highways do that, 10.
And it seems like it's an overkill.
Yeah, well, today 911 pings your phone,
Yeah.
so they're not counting on you knowing a lot.
You don't even know what town.
Right, they know you're in a panic, and so hopefully, but
Yeah.
it's still nice and occasional
Yeah.
local call.
I don't know. I guess my take on it is we're meeting with Chatham. Let's be consistent. Why have it different on our 4 miles and different on their?
Well,
4 miles?
if it looked, I'll maybe copy it for the rail trail.
Yep.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So
So
you guys can lead the way.
Yep.
We'll be the pioneers.
well, I forget what it was. Was it Dave? Dave from Chatham, was part of it, and he was also in Florida for the winter, so he's back, and so you'll contact Bob.
Bob, I already did. I already emailed Bob,
Okay.
and he's okay with the date, and he's okay with here.
So next, you'll discuss that after, but next month will be on May 17th, on Wednesday.
Right.
Okay.
Unless we decide.
No.
I had mentioned to Paul before the meeting that Alan can't make Wednesdays. Alan
I'm
has
gonna miss
another
that
commitment
one.
on
That's right.
Wednesdays.
I'm at Acadia now.
That's right, you're in
all
Acadia.
week, yeah. I hate to miss a meeting, but. Yeah, it's all right.
Acadia's too nice.
Well, we go every year. It's
Oh,
the
you
same
do?
week every year.
Oh, this time of year?
Well, May.
That'll
week,
be
that week.
beautiful.
Oh, it's
my God.
it's before the craziness happens.
Right,
So
perfect.
do you want to
sorry,
make
I'm
it
not gonna
a
be
different week?
Hmm?
Do you want to make it a different week?
Don't do it for me. I'm just saying.
Well,
Well,
like
we'll
I
be
said,
out
Alan,
to-
if we could set a date today and I could let Chatham know that they seem to be pretty accommodating, so.
My life is getting busy. That's all I can say.
I know, May is insane.
Yeah.
Because we'll need a quorum, us.
Yeah.
Which means I can make it, I'll make it happen. You'll be here.
What day is it?
A
If
Wednesday?
it's a Wednesday, Alan can't come, right? That's what he was saying.
Right.
Yeah.
Alan can or can't?
Cannot.
Oh.
Wednesdays, yeah, must be Tuesday. And I'm
Oh, Charlie will be around?
Hopefully. I didn't expect him to go up to Albany this week.
Well, I would make I don't see why I can't.
Okay,
That's
So I would
three,
definitely,
alright.
yeah.
so there'd
And
be
then we're not
3,
sure about Andrew.
and we would need Charlie,
Yeah.
we can't count on.
The
Andrew.
same hour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's all right. It's nice up there. Love it, love it.
Or we all go to Acadia. That would work.
Oh, would that work? I know,
I don't
but a
think
couple
there's
of
room in the
nice
place.
bed and breakfast, B&Bs, right up the street and around.
Yeah, it's
You want to participate remotely?
It's possible, you know, that actually is not impossible. The Wi-Fi service where we're staying is good. So I may be able to do that, cause I'm feeling really guilty right
No,
now.
Don't feel
All right,
guilty.
well, let me, if that's okay, to phone it in,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Okay,
All right,
we'll just have to clear it with Jamie.
okay. So we're looking at the Wednesday though?
Yeah.
That's, okay. Let's see this one.
Status of engineering work on Route 24 crossing lights. Paul?
Basically, I heard back, I don't know if I think I shared it with you guys all, that from Link, and it could be 2, 3, 4 years.
Yep.
But it'd be part of Mass DOT doing an extensive engineering study.
Yep.
And I would love to see them build a tunnel, but that, I don't know if that would happen. That'd solve all the issues
On 124?
under 124.
Yeah.
Or go over it, whatever, half and half. And that would.
Which crossing on 124?
Old Colony Road, right where it is
Yeah,
today.
where the
Right where it is
cemetery
today.
is.
Oh,
the
right,
church and-
okay.
yeah.
And that way they wouldn't get any backup to downtown in the summer.
Mm.
That's the issue.
Oh, because every time someone stops.
Yeah.
it's those things.
So, and the lights go on for, I forget what it is, 15 seconds, 20 seconds?
Right.
And you get
Yeah,
a lot of
I
traffic.
like bridges just because they're more open, but,
We'll see.
you know.
I'll see what Mass DOT says, but that looks like it's a good
Couple of years out.
3 to 4 years out. And so we won't be doing any lights at this point. And Lothrop, those are the two that are left.
Yep.
We've got Oak Street on,
You know, that
Article
probably
30.
could use a
May
real
1st meeting, right?
stoplight, like a stoplight, a pedestrian, you know, that they have to stop. And I think, they'd probably coordinate it with that other.
yeah, right.
Well,
It could,
it could, because it's a nightmare, that confusion, so they could get a series of traffic lights and get it so they release the cars, they get a flow, and then the pedestrians,
would have to stop.
yeah, they have to stop. They have, welcome to the real world. You know, I'm sorry, but, you know, I'm sort of,
Yeah, well, it's just like.
a lot of these
when you
flashing
cross-
lights,
When you cross Route 6,
some people get the wrong notion. They think they can just bike. And you can't. It's no more than a warning to the cars, and you gotta stop.
yep,
And so, you know,
Well, that's why some people don't, you know, they don't have a long life, because they do stupid
you
things.
can't,
yeah.
right.
well, I mean, when it's really
We had an
dangerous.
incident, people in their late 80s drove onto the trail on Main Street
Really?
in Orleans, which is from, you don't even look like, but someone said take your first right after Mid-Cape.
They took it
And
literally.
they did. They went up around and they got by the ball.
Oh my goodness,
So no accident, but caused a scare. And
good lord.
so we're gonna end up placing another rock,
Yeah.
so it makes it tighter there and a little more visual.
Oh, God.
It's funny, huh? But, you know, you can't make it so people will do, something could happen. And it's kind of,
Right.
It's the first time for everything, right? Yeah, exactly. But at least it's moving forward in the
Right. And
In the meantime-
that will be part of the whole project of redoing only our part at this point, they believe, of the OCRT.
Yeah,
that's exciting.
yeah.
Because
yeah.
that road's, it's rough.
It's
Old
rough.
Colony Road is rough.
Yeah.
You know, it's easier to bike in the street right there.
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah, because it's terrible.
Right.
He was going to put, or try to put something, a visual thing in the middle of the road or some sort of a,
Yes.
yeah, when we get into the biking season, which hopefully must be soon, you know.
Or one of those crossings.
Yeah, I don't know what he's got in mind.
They help. They help.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the one that, when the lights at 124 were down
Yeah.
completely, he put like, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
in the middle of the
Yeah,
road,
yeah.
crossing and stuff, and
Right.
he just says they use it as targets. The kids use it
Yeah,
as
they
targets,
do.
and they're $400 items.
Wow, wow.
But they work, they're good. I've seen them up, who had them up? Was it Eastham?
Hmm.
Put them at every crossing,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, and Yarmouth, I'm in Yarmouth a lot, and they put the construction orange barrels
Mhm.
Oh, well, big.
Yeah.
right in the
I mean,
middle.
if you hit that with your car, you're gonna damage your car. I mean,
Yeah,
again, here's
yeah,
the stupid.
yeah, so you gotta go around it.
Yeah.
So that's the long story around
Okay.
that one. So,
All right.
and yeah, Monday, May 1st,
Yeah, which
is
is coming up.
Article 30 for, so Article 30 could be 11 o'clock at night by the time we're getting to Article 30 for Oak Street, to
Oh,
get
right.
Oak Street approved.
Wow.
I can't see it not being approved.
Yeah, I
Everybody,
can't see.
but
It's just
it's
a rubber
Article
stamp.
30,
Yeah.
which means it's gonna be late at night
Uh,
at that point, that's my guess.
Yes.
Or
we're
they'll
talking
probably go
past
down nice to
8:30?
60.
Past my bedtime.
Yeah. Oh,
the
my
next
God.
Yeah. Yeah, could be the next day in the first, who knows? However it goes.
Depends on how controversial the meeting is, if there's any big art, yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. I haven't seen any agenda. Guess I should.
Well, Charlene,
All
how
right.
about the mass bike presentation?
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like we were so excited last month and I feel like that a balloon has been deflated, until we're flat. No, I mean, because the Traffic and Safety Committee, we reached out to Julie and got things rolling along and then, all right, now we sit and wait. The chairman, who is Linda Seabuck, I'm saying that right?
Right,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I reached out to her. I thought, well, I'll follow up and find out, did she forget us or did they have the meeting or no date set yet? And I go, wow. I mean, I guess they're not meeting regularly like we do.
Right.
Yeah. So there you go. We have to wait for them, I guess.
That would be good to be together,
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
we could
wouldn't
use
that be
bike
great?
lanes.
Yeah.
We could use signage on the road,
Yeah.
like a lot of towns are putting in.
Well, which brought very good segue into my question. I don't know if Link, to be honest with you, is aware of the new law. And I'm thinking, he must know about it
Yes,
by
he
now.
is.
He does, yeah.
I sent him an email.
And apparently, if you read the stuff, actually Mass Bike, that came out recently, all that new stuff that look at that, they've got all this good stuff. And I guess the DPW directors and what have you contact their DOT rep and they figure out, okay, I think they have to produce their own signs, but they can, there's sort of a template for the sign.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But they can actually change the sign to make sure that it's pedestrians and cyclists, or anybody on the road for that matter. And I'll tell you, we really need this. I mean, I'm walking down Church Street, and there was a cop sitting there today, and I said, thank you for being here, because this road is dangerous, and people literally will, give you 2 inches of space, that's about it, and you're jumping out of the way, and you're going, like this. So we so need it so badly, but anyway, right now it's sort of like in a holding pattern. So I did reach out to Mass Bike. Actually, that was another thing they did. They had a sign up for getting some bumper stickers. I mean, we'll take whatever we can get, and you could only request 20. So I requested 20, and they said they get mailed out every week. So presumably I should have them any day now because I requested them at the end of last week.
so could we request them also?
Yes, I suppose we can make it.
Oh,
Yeah.
each of us, you mean?
That's another way to get more. I mean,
But
yeah, I mean, it's right on their website.
what's on the bumper sticker?
It's just something like, it's the law, like you have to give us 4 feet,
Oh, I got
I
you,
actually-
like the motorcycle bumper stickers. they
Well,
have,
it's the new,
Big.
I actually haven't seen the actual bumper sticker, but it has something like, it's.
Well, when you get one, take a
4 foot,
picture, and
give us 4 feet or something like that, yeah.
take a picture and send it to us.
So anyway, I didn't actually get them yet, so, but at least, I think that this new information that Matt Spike has put together it's very informative, and
Yeah.
I thought, wow, this is great. It gives us more information, questions answered and all that stuff. And, you know, I sort of thought that it's actually bike month next week, starting next week. Yeah. Um, So
Hey, Roberta.
with us having that meetup, and are we, I guess that's where the next, maybe I shouldn't jump the agenda. But anyway, I don't have much to say other than what I just said, so, we're well informed now, and now we just have to make others,
Well, it's a great stride, because we weren't being informed last year.
yeah, and I just, I just wish that they get the meetings happening so we
Yeah.
can get this rolling, and, I don't know, yeah, so,
Very good,
that's all I got.
very good. The next item on the agenda is to contact the Chatham Bikeways for a future meeting. We mentioned that earlier. We'll schedule the May 17th
Well, oh yeah, May 17th, correct.
as the date to meet with Chatham.
And that will be a Wednesday.
It'll be Wednesday, right here on Channel 18.
Okay.
So, now, next item on the agenda is the Kiwanis Club is looking for volunteers to help out with their bike rodeo
Yeah.
on May 20th.
Anybody want to help out? Ed McManus gave me a shout.
Nice.
It's going to be here, obviously probably outside now, and 9 in the morning,
What day is it?
Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's see
So-
if I can-
looking for
Could be fun.
volunteers. If anybody wants to commit before that, I'm gonna
I
commit.
can't, yeah.
Yeah, I wish I could,
Yeah.
it's everything that you do, it conflicts with something.
Oh, sure.
It always does,
Absolutely.
It's always is.
So, understand. So if we can get that out, I'll send another email out just
Okay.
to see. He was looking for volunteers, and it's like, it is, we are the Bikeways committee. Don't know why Kiwanis decided to do it, but
Does he have bike mechanics? I could do safety checks and all.
he was going to, and I don't know, I've got another meeting right after this.
But
and Ed
usually they
will
get
be
a
at it.
bike-
Should be at it.
Get a bike shop.
He was gonna
person.
get Matt,
Oh, yeah.
Dennis Cycle.
Yeah, Matt's great.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
He was gonna go after Matt.
Yeah.
And I said, if you can't get anyone, maybe we can go after, ask, young girl, Mashpee. She's done a couple of things.
Oh, the ones for the
Yeah.
community center,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
I forget her name now.
Yes, I do too.
I was asking for that too.
But she's a,
Her business is called Bike Fit, so.
yes, yeah, so she'll fit people. She's a therapist, but she's also,
Oh, I got
bike
you. That's a different approach. Yeah,
specialist.
yeah, nice.
and,
Yeah.
I guess she was in Harwich, but she ended up moving
Hmm.
to Mashpee or someplace out there, but, anyway, so I'm assuming he's got someone. I might see him, like I say, at 6:30.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's great, I mean, somebody's gotta do it, right?
Now, you thought you were done.
I know.
Charlene?
No, I knew.
So-
So good news and bad news. I found out, I feel, I will phone in on the 17th, absolutely. The 22nd, which is the date that was set with the Cape Cod Commission, we've got a little family issue going on, and I have to be out of town for 3 days at the beginning of that week. And I go, oh no, it's the same day. So I apologize. It is set up for 3:30 till 5. And Colleen, we said 3, but they have apparently on Mondays, they have some sort of a meeting that they have every
Yeah.
Monday. She said, you can start at 3, but we can't be there till 3:30. And I said, well, 3:30 is fine. I think I have to send out.
Do you remember last year we had a meet with them and?
Yeah. Oh, we had people.
Who advertises it? How
Well,
does the word get out?
Yeah, the word gets out because we'll get the word out. I don't think they do. I mean, I don't know how, they put out.
I mean,
Yeah.
last year it was really just our committee and a few members of the Cape Cod Commission, and I think we may have had one or two
Bikers come
bikers
through.
come by.
It was a cold day,
Yeah,
though.
it was not.
It was not a biking day.
Yeah.
We all froze.
Well,
That's,
so it brings up honestly, it brings up the whole question about, all right, you're right, we have to make people aware of it. How do we make it something, with us having more information about the vulnerable, road users, new law, do we, for example, offer, if we approached, and I'd be happy to do some of this, bike shops to say, hey, maybe we can offer a coupon or something for you to go buy a bike later. I don't even know actually how many people ride at dusk and at night here. It's probably not like the city
Right.
would be, but I don't know. I was just trying to think, how do we make it a little more like
Yeah,
bike
feeling.
month,
Because if we have it,
yeah. And we don't
or if
have to have it. I
If we
mean, just-
started at 3,
Yeah.
I mean, does it
Sure.
have to be on a Monday?
Well, it
We
has.
chose it,
We chose it as a group.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get everybody's vote, but we had to make a decision, and
Okay.
finally we came up with.
So if we started it beforehand, they usually have like little giveaways.
They don't now. They had some money. I don't know where they got it from, but they used it all up. They had these little bike lights
Yeah,
that they were.
they put them out
had
last
there.
year.
Yeah, that money is gone, and the bike lights have been
Oh,
handed
that's too
out.
bad, that was nice.
It was nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Even and like Alan said, they weren't the best bike lights, but it was just a nice little thing to have. So again,
What
whether
about
this
something
is
from
actually
Mass
worth
Bike?
doing. It wasn't for Mass Bike.
no, I know
Oh,
that
sorry.
wasn't, but
Mass
was-
Bike doesn't have anything either, by the way. They have the stickers or the bumper stickers. Yeah, so I mean,
So what's
I'm
the,
sort of like
the
have two minds
purpose?
about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, like do we really want to do it? I mean, because I didn't know how many people would be biking if it's a cold day. I think we should have a discussion about this and see if we really want to do it.
well, maybe we should postpone it?
it's just that it's bike month, and
It is bike month.
it would be something.
What do
we're
you
doing.
say at the table? If you don't have if you don't have gifts for people to stop them, brochures, nothing, I mean, we got our maps, but still,
Yeah,
um,
I mean, it's sort of dull. It's really true. I guess.
it's like,
Yeah. By the way, Colleen did say that they have some summer interns, and they can do something in June as well. I didn't mention that to anybody, but it can be done in June. The weather would be better. But again, we'd have to ask ourselves, well, we're trying to inform the public about what's going on.
yeah,
Different projects. The two local projects are the new sidewalk bike path connecting in Harwich Port. You probably read about that.
Yep.
And that was approved. And the other one was the one, I believe it was the Safe Streets thing at the Harwich Elementary School. But there's other things going on out there, and with Cape Cod Commission, and they're looking for public input.
That's good that they're thinking of Harwich Elementary, because it's still sort of a free-for-all,
Yeah,
and they could really designate certain safe lanes.
correct. And that's
Yeah,
what the
That, and, yeah, make them one-way or something.
it's just
What's that, Forest, is it, or something?
it seems to me as a Bikeways committee is our role, not only just to make sure the bike trail is safe and all, that's what we do, but is our role to communicate to the general public out there in the town of Harwich and just make them
course.
aware of, oh, did you know this is going on, hey, it's bike month, whatever. Did you know about the new roadways, so information somehow gets out to the general public. And I was hoping that we would have had the meeting with the traffic and safety, and there would be some direction that we might take with them involved as well, because it makes sense for them to be involved. So as I say, the whole thing, like, oh God, everything just, nothing's happening.
Yeah.
I just sort of
Yeah.
feel helpless a bit on that, so,
I think you're on to a good thing.
Yeah.
And I like your energy, and
yeah.
I think you should keep trying to move forward with it and not be discouraged.
No,
but,
I mean, it just feels
You
like.
know, I'm
yeah.
personally too shy a person to try to,
Yep.
I wish I could press the button and the public woke up.
Right,
but,
right,
it's a
right.
lot of work.
Best,
It is,
like, you know, the question is, how do you communicate with the public about new things going on? And, you know, our little paper, you know, unlike a lot of newspapers, it actually gets read. I can say that for sure, because I teach Tai Chi, and I put a little blurbs in there, and people call me, so I go, oh, yeah, people are reading this thing. You know, it's not the only way, but, you know, as a committee, is that gonna be something that we're interested in communicating information
Of course.
about? Yeah, I mean,
Well, it seems
Yeah.
not very political and
Yeah.
helpful to the biking community,
Yeah.
I don't,
Other than social media though, I don't know how we're gonna
yeah, I'm not an
communicate.
expert.
There's no Harwich paper, you know.
well, we have the Cape Cod Chronicle, which
Right.
I get every week, once a week, and as I say, people read that thing, so there
You
is
wanna
that.
Put something on my back and have me, you know, give me 4 feet. with it.
Well, actually, Mass Bike, you know, they talked about
I
that.
would
There's a
think
thing.
that's what people might,
Seriously, they said you should have, like, this is just an idea, you can actually, have a ride, you know, like, a few riders, and they actually use, a noodle.
A noodle.
Sticking out 4 feet,
Well.
attached to their bike, and then, you know, some sort of, like you say,
oh God, but you know.
Yeah.
Did I say
The
that last month?
mentality you're trying to,
yeah.
that's just like the
I'm
red
not-
thing with the bull, you know,
I'm
it's
gonna
like,
try and hit that
I'm
noodle.
sorry, I have to deal with that energy. You know,
Yeah, I'm just saying they threw that out, and I go,
but that's good.
no.
I mean, my answer has been to ride a mountain bike so I can get off the road to the right shoulder. Cause I feel it's a losing battle
Yeah.
to fight for the
They come
pavement.
close.
It's sad, but,
You know, one thought I had, if we just, you know, talk about the Chronicle, Tim Wood,
oh
I
yeah.
don't know what is he the editor? I don't know what, he does the community news, I don't know what else he does, but, you know, to say, hey, you know, we wanna make sure people are aware of this new law, can you write the article? I mean, I could write an article and be a guest. Last year I did that, and
I bet if you
they said I was
generate,
somebody else, which
he
is
would,
really weird.
be amiable, I would
Oh, he
think,
would be,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, you should go for it.
What do you guys think? I mean,
I make
Love
a
it.
motion that you continue this
Oh,
effort.
you
That's
walked
okay.
into
Do I
that,
hear a
didn't you?
second?
no, it's
Second.
okay.
And
Oh, Fran seconded it, so it's official.
All in favor? Yeah.
I,
I think it would be a good thing,
it'd
and
be
if they're
something that
willing
we
to.
would also hand out at the
Yeah.
22nd, maybe? I
Some-
don't know.
See, again, traffic and safety, maybe they have money, I don't know, a little bit. If we had some sort of a thing, you know, like wow, you know, like
A poster.
a poster board that was up on a thing, and it said, you know, the new law, you know, give us 4 feet, or, you know,
Maybe
something.
Link's got a signboard,
Yeah, like a signboard, but
you know,
we
cause
have
that
no
you
budget.
you can punch in your message.
Oh, I see what you mean, like a lighted.
Like a highway that, yeah, says, you know.
Oh.
But I don't know about May
He might have
22nd,
one.
that's all.
Who, does the town of Harwich must have some.
Well, they
Town
got
of
them up
Brewster has
they
one.
got it up at the Brooks Park for the annual meeting.
Well,
Yeah.
you could just ask, right, just
Yeah.
say, hey, could you maybe during this month, put it up somewhere to have a
It's a
message
great
for,
idea. See,
for
that's-
cars.
Yeah, that would
right.
be, and we might wanna move that thing around to the town a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
The message board, I mean.
I mean, yeah, I would give it, they move it, 'cause,
Yes.
No, not-
I have had to move those things.
Yeah, now who's the,
They're
is
not
this
that
his
easy
Lincoln
to
guy,
back
or who
up
is this?
and
Who are we
stabilize.
talking about, Lincoln?
Yeah, would
What do
have
you
to
think,
be.
you think he might be in? I mean, honestly, I think the sooner we make people aware of the fact that they
But
have this law, is the
They
better.
have the annual town meeting on May 1st, and
Yeah.
then the election day
Yeah.
on May 16th.
See, election day, there's a ton of people,
So how would you, if those signs have 3 lines,
yeah,
what are you
like
gonna
it has to
say?
be brief, right?
Brief,
New
3
law.
lines.
Yeah, exactly,
New law,
I didn't even make a picture, I think Mass Bike has some really,
4 feet,
give us 4, and they have
give
like,
us
yeah,
4 feet.
Give bikers 4 feet, not,
everybody,
Yeah, vulnerable
yeah,
people, but,
walkers, whatever, yeah.
yeah,
you don't see many people.
yeah. Because you have to have it, like you said.
Do we have, does,
Because
Yeah,
these
'cause
people who
that's
do
it.
line after line after line after
Like
line,
ours,
you
we
can't
have
time
at
to
the
read.
tunnel in
No,
Arnold.
no, it
Like
has to
yards-
be brief.
yard
Keep
sale.
right,
Yeah.
go slow, that's it.
Do we have any, access to money for that?
Not
Like,
that I
for
know of.
anything?
I mean,
Yeah.
we just have to ask Link if he would cover it with his budget, or ask him if, bounce our idea off of him and see what he would do.
Yeah, like I said, traffic and safety, man, I was so hoping that they would be already, we would have met with them and brainstormed about ways to get it out to the public, that's what I was hoping.
Yeah, because
To
I
achieve.
know
Yeah,
an officer is
Yeah.
part of the safety committee.
yes, of course, yeah,
And I know Link is part of the safety committee.
correct. But we have a golden opportunity with literally hundreds of people walking through the community center, right, to vote and what have you, and the town meeting, I mean, my goodness.
4 feet is not that much. I mean, that's
But these roads here
a
are narrow
minimum.
road.
A lot of people, I mean, give me like a lane. I'm like, geez, you don't have to go that
Like
far.
Boston,
Yeah.
they've got a
Well-
lane with the markers.
But,
And that's what the
certain
law
areas.
is actually telling the public, is that it's okay to go over, some people like, I can't go over the yellow line to do this. Oh,
Oh,
yes, you
yeah,
can, you
yeah,
can,
you gotta-
absolutely can.
You just want it safe,
Yeah. Yeah,
We're real. Give us space.
well, Monday isn't much time, or Tuesday with the meeting, I mean, I don't think we're gonna we won't get anything happening for the town meeting, do you think? It's like on Monday or Tuesday, May 1st? Is May 1st Monday? Yeah, it's Monday. There's no way anything's gonna happen by Monday. It's been a little frustrating.
Tomorrow will be tight for me, because I'm working all day, but, I'll send Link some kind of an email. I'll think about it as
Yeah, it's really very last minute, I appreciate that. Anyway,
like some type of electronic,
yeah, that's what Eric was right.
What are they called? VM boards.
VM boards.
VM board is, message board. It's on a trailer hitch and.
Yeah.
Yep,
And, the law's in effect going forward, it's not like, this is our last chance, I mean.
The police might own one,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would recommend, this is what I would recommend, that we try to do that, at least at the very least. And then the traffic and safety have to be meeting in the near future, right? I mean, and we wait and we work as a group to figure out how best to get this message out to the public,
Hey, Joe.
That's what I
What's
think.
up?
I will contact Tim Wood, and say, Tim, we'd like to put something in there, if possible, if you wanna interview me, if you want to. I'll give you all the information and we can
Yep.
talk about what it is and just begin the process at least. I think that's best.
yeah, I agree.
Do you want to reconsider that date with the Cape Cod Commission of being out
Yes.
there in the bike trail?
That's another,
Not to rephrase that, do you want to reconsider on the 22nd?
Right, not doing it, seeing that we don't have anything, and chances are within the next 3 weeks, we're not gonna get anything.
What was planned on the 20th?
well, they call them meetups and their goal is to make the public aware of what's happening on the rail trail and projects, whatever is going on.
Oh, I got you.
And, they've got stuff, sometimes they have a board, sometimes they're just sitting there and they're waiting for people to show up. And
Right.
it's like, how many people, I mean, I have to question when they do their numbers, like, they've got two staff at least there. Okay, that's X number of dollars, and how many people did you actually have,
Right.
So,
Right.
it's not money well spent.
Do you know the date for Chatham's gonna have the meetup?
Yeah, that's, boy, they
Earlier
did
in
tell
May.
me, there's 3 planned, one in Yarmouth, one in Chatham. The Chatham one is around Mother's Day-ish, not on Mother's Day obviously, but that week. So they're going earlier
Yeah,
than we would even consider, cause,
I was just seeing what they were doing.
yeah.
Maybe I should ask Bob, huh?
I
they
went
have
to their
bulletin?
meetup last year, because I was just curious, like, what do they
Yeah.
do at meetups? I've never
Yeah.
been. and they were just there, just like we were. They didn't do anything. They were just, you know,
Here's
whatever-
brochures.
whatever the
Did they have,
commission's-
did they have, like,
They had the
or does,
free
or does
lights.
Cape Cod Commission have like a summary of the, what's going on? Like
Well, they
a
had a
one
board.
bullet?
They had a board, and yeah, I was kind of hoping they'd have more stuff. And there was the giveaway lights, which they don't have this year, so,
Yeah, what I'm just wondering is, yeah, if we got nothing to hand off, people are just gonna blow right through us.
well, it'll be a disappointment.
Yeah.
I would say.
I thought you were planning a bike ride. Might
Oh, right.
have, like, actually.
Well, it's not mean we can't do a bike ride, but
Right.
not in May. I just don't think it's.
Right, that's the reason I would like to reconsider that date is because of the weather and the timing. Last year, it was so cold
Yeah,
and very poor turnout.
Hard to judge.
I would think that in June it would be better.
yeah. I think I can call her and say, look, we're gonna put this on hold, like that. And then in our May meeting, or if you want to talk about it some more, I think we should have a clear vision, don't you think?
And
Because-
also, I think if we could get the kids after school,
Yeah,
swing by Brooks Park.
yeah.
And I don't know how to communicate that or plan that.
Again, what they're doing is not, the kids aren't gonna be the ones that are gonna go, oh yeah, I'm really interested in the project, public input. It's not a kid thing, it's more of an adult thing.
Right.
So, I sort of envisioned us maybe, having some coupons from local bike shops. If you go into the shop, you can save 10%, or that was just a silly idea. Or maybe, Alan was suggesting, maybe we have, those little bells that you put on.
Oh,
your
the
bike.
ding bells. Yeah.
They don't use them a lot on the Cape here. We all yell, passing on your left.
Yeah, I like the
But the
bell.
bell is useful.
I use mine, I
Yeah.
got it, I use both.
Yeah,
I have one on my mountain bike, which I
I
don't
think
know
they're
why,
around,
but
I
should
looked
put
on
it-
Amazon, they're like, are they $8 or something, They're not expensive, but
Cheap
we
money.
have $0.
Yeah,
That's
but-
that's,
and if you're gonna buy 100 of them,
Yeah, like, okay, do you all, you want to
yeah, it was
pony
like
up?
the bottles.
Should I-
Remember, we did a bike ride that kind of failed about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And,
we had to buy 75 bottles.
yeah, but we got cranberry
Right.
harvest, but we had time for them.
Right,
Yeah.
and then I
To
was thinking their
donate.
friends, do we call on our friends of the Cape Cod Rail Trail and say, hey, are you interested in doing something? I mean,
They might.
that's another angle, so they have money.
They have some money.
They have a little bit of money.
We're both, yeah.
I know, I went to the meeting and they got $5,000, so I said, ooh, maybe, but these are just ideas. I mean, I'm just throwing it out there, but I just like to communicate more with the public, and that's all, so.
Yeah.
I mean, we are doing a great job, I think. We've got lights, we got hydration stations and all this good stuff. And we got plans for improving the trail, blah, blah, blah.
But if we don't have a handout of any sort on the 22nd,
Yeah,
and it seems like 22nd's coming up real quick.
it is,
And,
so I'm getting the idea here. I'll call her and say, you know what, we had a meeting. This, we're gonna put on hold.
Right. Very good.
Okay, that's how I'll phrase it. All right. Okay. Anyway.
I have a agenda item here that says the new trail markings on the Old Colony Rail Trail on the hill by the water department. There's some sand on the hill. It's not at the bottom of the hill. It's like, there's that part on, I can't, having a hard time describing it, but on the hill, there's that rock that I guess they put the rock there to prevent a washout, or there was a washout there.
Yeah, all the
It's
time.
just there, but usually the sand is at the bottom of the hill. And this isn't at the bottom. The sand currently is not at the bottom of the hill. It's right alongside going down. I imagine if we ever have rain, it'll be,
Yeah, we had pretty heavy rain there the other day, 2 days ago, yeah,
Yeah, it gets a
When-
sandy washout down there all the time.
yeah,
Yeah.
just a constant.
that's why it would be
Let's see
good
what
to
happens.
eliminate that, but
You gotta eliminate, yeah.
Eventually,
I
We
don't know.
finally worked out the one in, Dennis that
Mm.
when they put in the new section, it was coming off of Westover Road, and every rain, there'd be 6 inches of sand,
yeah,
and it's like,
Yeah.
And we have shovels, so like, it's not like we can whip down there with equipment. So we finally got them to, there's a storm drain, and when they built the trail, they never aimed it. So they had it aiming off, and,
didn't do much, yeah.
yeah, so,
And then Lincoln may say, well, we're gonna redo the trail in what, 3 years or whatever.
Right.
We may have to address it more permanently then, and we'll just keep collecting the sand in the meantime.
He
I don't
did-
know.
He
He
did
may-
mention that, you
Yeah,
know,
he may.
no major,
Yeah,
I'm surprised that
I
was
don't know where he
done.
could put a.
Cause he said he didn't wanna put any major
Right,
amount of time and effort and monies.
yeah, that's expensive work.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
And he put it in an email to me,
right.
so I'm surprised that was done.
Going back to the original, straight across,
Yeah.
let that be just a little park
They
loop.
should have asked you, right?
No, it's been mentioned before.
There's probably a regulation, cause all this they're faced with this now. But you could mention, you never know, different time, they see the cost,
Yeah.
but then it's repaid when they repave. That
That's
would
when
be
they,
the time
that's
to
the time to
address it.
do stuff, yeah.
Yeah. I can talk to Bo.
Okay,
Alright, I'll do
Please
that.
do.
Yeah,
your action.
informally chat.
Thank you.
Cool.
Maybe if we,
Cause I'm always emailing Link and he does respond well and,
Right,
Are
right.
you
Well,
feeling like,
we
oh,
can
no,
just
no,
talk.
oh, another email from Paul.
We do just talk,
Yeah.
and give each other heads up.
Yeah.
maybe we could create something that happens in the water department in that area, and then they'll have to do it. Do you recall when they put in that big water line along the OCRT from the town water department all the way to their wells?
Right,
When they were digging there, I approached the head of the water department at that time about having the equipment move across the path and dig, just to slice up the roots. And he said, "Who's gonna pay for it?" I said, "You already got the equipment there, I'm just asking you to make
right.
a dig."
No, it's
Time and money.
each agency has a manager and accounting system. Like, the transmission lines that ran next to in Eastham? There's two. There's the transmission and the distribution line. They replaced the transmission,
Yeah.
but the other ones are gonna need replacing. Do you think they could have cooperated, cause they had to build all this equipment, they had to have 15 environmental people, right? They could have now they're gonna have to go back in again and go through a marsh.
It happens all the time.
And it's not healthy to the marsh,
No.
No,
no, but,
Is that Bill Marsh?
no, but that cooperation between agencies, like, we have a Mass Highway barn down the road from Nickerson that's got some great equipment. I can't go over there and go, hey, come on,
I'd
can
like to
I?
use that, yeah.
No, so we have a trust thing that we're gonna finally get a brand new, front mower deck and bucket that will help the front mower to go down the trail and, cut back the briars and that.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's, time consuming.
Oh,
I mean,
To end the meeting, we'll,
I have one item.
okay, go
No,
ahead.
it's okay, I didn't.
That's
want to-
okay. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you go first, that's fine.
No, I was, if
Oh,
you
you're
have
ending
one.
the meeting. Okay, I had it's a comment or whatever, and since you're here, you know, in the minutes of the last Friends meeting, Kathleen stated that, and something like, the politicians have swept us under the rug.
Oh,
And I didn't attend the meeting, but I thought.
well, that's not really the case.
Well, that's
I
what she
mean,
said, and I
you have
just
to
thought,
understand,
Yeah.
you know,
yeah.
there's many bike trails, there's only X amount of dollars,
No, I
so
get it.
it's not, and so it's done that way. Can the politicians reorganize and, I don't know if, I guess I'm seeing from both points of view,
No,
you know what I
understand.
mean?
Yeah,
So,
I was just, and I didn't wanna, you know, I wasn't.
so I'm
you know,
not
dissing,
that harsh.
Julian Sears.
I think they were very sincere
Yeah,
and they
no, no,
cared
I think
and
you
they
need to take-
notified and they have done that.
It
so.
wasn't that I was dissing him at all, because what I was trying to do was just say, oh, I wonder what's the latest is, and you are, you know, apparently he said, okay, I need some information from you, Eric, and you obviously
Right,
gave it
we're
to
just
him.
gonna,
Yeah,
what I'm told, there'll be the allotment that happens every year and probably get the routes up in Eastham. There's a really bad section that had been,
yeah.
and there's some in Harwich, right by
There
the
Pizza Shop.
Pizza Shop.
Yeah.
So that's, I don't know how much
And,
money
Brewster,
they'll,
too.
but, you know, I'm frustrated because we've marked them all. Well, I would like to just see the people who are gonna do a contract to come down, X amount of money and get it approved. So my spending time, taking pictures, doing all that, for what, if it's not gonna, I
It
don't
seems
wanna
it's
do it,
probably-
I'm busy, you
Yeah.
know?
Did Sear, do you think he just went to the DO, or, you know, DCR?
He did, he contacted
Yeah,
people, he got,
yeah.
so,
He-
good will come of it, you know?
Eventually, yeah.
And it ruffled things up and it created a need. Whether the trail's gonna get the look that people are looking for with racing bikes, I do not know if they'll
Oh, wow.
create that, you know? I honestly don't, that's,
That's
you
okay.
know?
I don't,
I mean, that's.
don't see that
We don't
happening.
wanna see racing bikes on the rail trail anyway.
Well, that's it, you know, the joke I've heard saying, hey, tell them the routes are speed bumps that we're putting in.
Yeah.
Right, you know, so,
May I ask, Eric, you know, we sent the letter as a committee to Julian Sear and Sarah Peak, right?
yeah.
And what about Sarah Peak? Was there any response from her?
There was a gentleman, I think it was Julian Sears and that's who,
Yeah.
had contacted me,
responded.
yeah.
Yeah. I
So
just
that's all
wondered, yeah, cause I mean, they're both very responsive politicians. I mean, from what I've seen, I've never met them, but,
Yeah.
I just wondered if she ever
Not that I've heard of,
is a sympathetic ear.
not that I've heard of.
But we
I think it
talked
all
at
fell
that
in.
meeting, rather than, you know, just crying and, to go after, maybe there's some, like Trek bicycles or someone who would, oh my God, like, they could adopt this trail and then spend millions of dollars and not, you know, I don't know if the state, they'd have to work out what kind of partnership, so they can't
Yeah.
come in and have,
Yeah.
but, you know,
That'd be a cool idea, though.
it is possible, you know?
Yeah,
You know, they spend money putting rockets up in space,
yeah,
You know?
and exploding them too, yeah.
right, you know? I don't know.
No, it's a great idea, but, yeah.
Because
I was just curious where
I-
things were at.
You know, I guess I would like to see I'll just work through what I can get done.
Yeah,
And,
that's all you can
you
do.
know, right.
Yeah, no, I just thought, I wasn't dissing Julian Sear, that's for sure.
I think they paid attention and they did pretty good. So
I
it's
just-
not like they can.
I just wanted to adjourn the official Bikeways